Hello you guys, welcome back to Happy Wholesome Healing. My name is Katie and I'm so excited because today I have a Thai curry inspired tofu scramble. I'm so excited about this recipe. It is seriously so delicious. The combination of flavors is just off the chart amazing. If you're looking for a kind of different take on a tofu scramble, a different way to spice things up, this is definitely the recipe for you. It is packed, loaded with all of these superfood ingredients like sweet potatoes, onions, mushrooms, zucchini, and also kale, how could we forget? So this breakfast is just loaded with all this delicious phytonutrients that will keep you energized, get you kick-started, ready for the day, ready to take on any challenges ahead. So without further ado, let's get cooking. I am just going to get my sweet potatoes going. So I'm going to be using some avocado oil. I really love using avocado oil just because it has a very high cook temperature, so it does really well in high heat, and it's also such a healthy fat, so that's a bonus too. So let's fire up this stove. There we go. And I am just going to toss these guys in. All right, I'm going to mix it up, get the oil spread around on the potatoes. And then I'm going to add a lid just to cover it up and help it cook a little bit faster. Now I'm going to get going on the tofu scramble. So again, I'm just going to get my pan started to heat up and add in a little avocado oil. To begin, I'm going to start by just putting the onion in the pan, and I'm just gonna saute this for a little bit until it starts to become translucent, and then I'll go ahead and add in the tofu and the veggies. Okay, the sweet potatoes are looking good. Heat is coming down just a little bit, and I'm going to add in my spices for the sweet potatoes. So I'm just gonna start off with some salt and pepper. In addition, I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon. Cinnamon and sweet potatoes is such a delicious combination. I'm also gonna add in a little bit of red chili pepper just to make it spicy. This is optional if you don't like spice, just skip that part, but I love spice, so I add in loads of that. And then a little bit of garlic powder as well. And I'm going to put in a splash of coconut aminos, just about maybe like 2 or 3 tablespoons. So I really like using coconut aminos just because it's kind of like a sweeter version of soy sauce. And so this will really complement the sweet potatoes, especially with the cinnamon in there and that spiciness. That is smelling amazing. So I'm gonna cover that back up. The sweet potatoes are on low heat, and I'm gonna add in the tofu. So I just have about, I don't know, this much, just a small little block. And I'm just going to crumble it with my fingers straight into the pan. Okay, so now that the tofu is getting a little bit more crispy on the outside, I'm going to go ahead and add in all of these delicious vegetables. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and add in the spices to the tofu scramble. So again, just like sweet potatoes, I'm gonna start with salt and pepper. And I'm also gonna throw in some garlic powder as well. Next, I'm going to put in some ground ginger powder. This ground ginger is really going to help complement the sweetness of the sweet potatoes and just kind of help tie everything together. I'm also going to add in this turmeric as well. This will help give the tofu scramble that yellow egg color, and also turmeric is a super amazing anti-inflammatory, so it's doing a lot of healing for the body as well. And last but not least, the star of the show, the curry powder. Okay, so to wrap things up for the tofu scramble, I'm just going to add in this big handful of kale straight in on top. All right, so while I let the kale wrap up, the sweet potatoes are actually done, so I'm going to get things plated. And last but not least, I'm going to add just this little bit of tomato into the tofu scramble. I'm just gonna cook it a little bit. Tomatoes are actually one of those foods that when you cook them, it actually releases more nutrients. So I prefer to cook my tomatoes rather than just eat them raw, so I can get just more nutrients from my tomatoes. All right, so now it is time for my favorite part, the taste test. This smells seriously so good. I topped it with a little bit of fresh cilantro, and I'm gonna give it a little squeeze of lime too. Okay, let's dig in. sweet potato, some veggies, a little bit of tofu. Oh my gosh, this is so delicious. The combination of the cinnamon and the coconut aminos with the sweet potato totally enhances that natural sweet flavor, which really complements the more savory aspects of the tofu scramble. But then that whole ginger component within the tofu ties it all together. That is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for coming in and joining me for this super delicious curry tofu scramble recipe. It is seriously so amazing, so please try it out. Let me know how you love it in the comments below. Also give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'm going to scarf the rest of this down. Have a wonderful, happy, wholesome, healthy day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.